And welcome to SkareKrow Gaming. We are here in Monster Hunter World, and instead of going on the hunt or anything, we're going to do something completely different. We're going to have story time with SkareKrow. And today's tale is the tale of the five. Once there was a world without time. The world was nothing but white light, inhabited only by people and 5 dragons. In that world there was only eternity and the sun that burned without beginning or end. And because there was only timeless eternity, nothing was ever lost, yet nothing was ever gained. One day, the people began to wonder why their world had no beginning or end, so they asked the dragons. The dragons opened their mouths as if to answer, but from their mouths poured water instead of words. It rushed out in streams to create the sky and the oceans, and the dragons swam away. The dragons swam to the center of the ocean, and there they began to transform into an island. One dragon sank into the sea and became the land. One dragon lifted its gaze to the sky and became the mountains. One dragon stooped low and became the lakes and scattered its scales to create the rain. One dragon fell into a deep slumber and became the forests. The last dragon climbed far into the sky to become a star of sapphire blue, shining brightly above the island. The people could not understand why the dragons had left or why they had transformed. Eventually, a lone youth decided to go to the island to seek the answers from the dragons themselves. He donned a simple cloak, climbed into a simple boat, and cast off alone into the murky seas. At last, guided by the light of the sapphire star, he reached the island of the 5. Some time passed, and the youth returned. "Did you speak with the dragons?" the people asked. "Yes, I spoke with them," he replied. "Then tell us, why did they create the island?" But the youth did not answer. Instead, he reached into his cloak and pulled out 5 dragon scales, which he gave to the people. And then, before anyone realized, the youth disappeared. The people left their white world and sailed across the ocean. Using the 5 scales, they created their own lands, their own mountains, their own lakes, and their own forest. Last of all, they created a bright moon, so that the sapphire star, which had guided the youth during his voyage to seek the dragons, would no longer shine alone in the sky. The land grew large enough to obscure the sun, and day and night were born. The mountains, lakes, and forests breathed together, and the seasons were born. The moon cast its light on the ocean, and waves were born. And thus time was also born. Swept up in the almighty current of time, the people came to know death, but the people also came to know life. Countless days and countless nights have passed since people first came to live on the lands they had created. As time passed, they lost their memory of the 5 dragons, and even the memory of how time itself had been born. But deep in their hearts there dwelt a quiet knowledge of the island of the 5, the most sacred place in the world, which to this day sleeps in the middle of the ocean, uninhabited by people and unchanged even by the relentless flow of time. The end. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed Storytime with SkareKrow. Hit the like button and leave in the comments if you know any other books in this game or in any game that you would like for me to read. I can do a whole Storytime with SkareKrow segment on here. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Remember, you can always follow me on Twitter at SkareKrow_gaming. And I will see y'all in the next video. This is SkareKrow, signing out.